Borders are everywhere, but some are far more than lines on a map. They're flashpoints for conflict, tension, and history. Today, we'll explore 5 of the world's most dangerous borders, where politics, geography, and human stories collide. Between North and South Korea lies the Korean Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, a 250-kilometer-long, 4-kilometer-wide buffer born from an uneasy armistice. Tens of thousands of troops, surveillance drones, and razor wire define this tense frontier. Ironically, the DMZ has become a sanctuary for rare wildlife, including red-crowned cranes and Amur leopards, thriving where humans rarely tread. Patrols move along narrow paths, ever alert to defection or provocation, while propaganda villages and loudspeakers echo across the divide. The Joint Security Area at Panmunjom is the only place where North and South Korean soldiers stand face to face, sometimes talking, sometimes staring in silence. For scientists, the DMZ is a living laboratory. For locals, it's a daily reminder of unresolved conflict. Here, the hopes for peace and the realities of division coexist, watched by the world and inhabited by both soldiers and wildlife. The DMZ stands as a paradox, a fortress and a refuge, shaped by war, yet teeming with life. In the Himalayas, the border between India and China, known as the Line of Actual Control, winds through some of the world's harshest terrain. Soldiers endure freezing temperatures and thin air, stationed at dizzying altitudes where every outpost is a logistical feat. The border's ambiguity fuels tension, with troops sometimes just meters apart, leading to periodic standoffs and occasional clashes. Both sides build roads and surveillance posts, racing to secure strategic high ground. Local communities live in the shadow of military activity, their lives shaped by the ever-present threat of conflict. Despite hotlines and talks, rivalry persists, and the landscape remains a stage for both confrontation and negotiation. Cooperation is rare, but possible. Joint disaster management and scientific research offer glimpses of stability. The stakes are global. How India and China manage this border will shape regional and world security for years to come. The India-Pakistan border, especially the line of control in Kashmir, is one of the world's most militarized frontiers. Fortified positions, watchtowers, and barbed wire stretch for thousands of kilometers, with soldiers often just a stone's throw apart. Ceasefire violations are frequent, putting both soldiers and civilians at constant risk. The roots of this tension go back to the 1947 partition, leaving Kashmir's fate unresolved and fueling decades of conflict. For those living nearby, daily life is shaped by uncertainty. Schools close suddenly, and families keep evacuation plans ready. Yet, shared languages, traditions, and even family ties cross the divide, hinting at what's possible when dialogue prevails. Limited trade, bus services, and rare sporting events offer hope, but the threat of escalation, between two nuclear powers, remains ever present. Here, diplomacy is a daily necessity, and the dreams of peace persist amid the reality of division. The Russia-Ukraine border has become a global flashpoint, symbolizing political upheaval and military conflict. Since 2014 and especially after 2022, this frontier has drawn the world's attention as a test of sovereignty and international law. Russian forces deploy tanks and missiles along key sections, while Ukrainian soldiers defend with resilience despite limited resources. The front lines shift constantly, turning villages into battlegrounds and forcing civilians to flee or endure daily danger. The conflict has triggered sanctions, refugee crises, and a rethinking of security across Europe. Humanitarian needs are immense, and landmines pose long-term risks to people and wildlife. Diplomacy and negotiations continue, but lasting solutions remain elusive. This border is a stark reminder of how quickly borders and lives can change, with consequences that echo worldwide. Israel's borders with Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and the Palestinian territories are among the world's most complex. Walls, fences, and advanced sensors mark these frontiers, shaped by decades of war, peace treaties, and ongoing disputes. Military readiness is matched by constant diplomatic efforts, with international observers and peacekeepers a regular presence. Families live just meters from fortified borders, sometimes separated from relatives or ancestral lands. Daily routines unfold in the shadow of patrols, checkpoints, and sudden alerts. Despite the tension, moments of hope emerge: joint environmental projects, economic cooperation, and cultural exchanges. Peace agreements with Egypt and Jordan have brought stability, while negotiations with other neighbors continue. Here borders are more than lines, they're touchstones for identity, memory, and the enduring search for peace. What makes a border dangerous isn't just fences or soldiers, it's the weight of history, geography, and unresolved disputes. These frontiers shape destinies, influence global security, and remind us that diplomacy and cooperation are essential for peace. Thank you for joining this journey across the world's most dangerous borders, where understanding is the first step toward a safer future. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. Your support helps us create more content, please. Thanks for watching.